This is a pretty disturbing animation that parodies MrBeast's videos and hides a real critique. Here we see Jimmy making a video with a hospitalized man who urgently needs a heart transplant, but instead of giving it to him, he tells him he will only do so if he participates in a contest. So we see the man searching through a giant pile of hearts in coolers to save his life, all while MrBeast and his team film a video about it. This video is practically a summary of the biggest criticism MrBeast has received, that he profits from other people's misfortune. Yes, he runs contests where he gives away hundreds of thousands of dollars, but all at the cost of making people in need compete while he films their suffering. Those who criticize him argue that his large donations are not charity. One example is the video where he gives $10,000 to a homeless person. They say it is not charity because MrBeast made far more money from that video than he gave away. So he profited from that man's situation, and charity is not supposed to work that way. It is supposed to be about selfless acts. So in this video, I will examine whether MrBeast truly performs acts of charity or simply creates disguised content that at its core is nothing more than something called poverty porn. Jimmy was not born into a wealthy family. His full name is James Stephen Donaldson. He grew up in a military family, which meant constant moves and little stability. His mother Susan was the first female guard at the only American military prison in Europe. The family eventually settled in Greenville, North Carolina. At home, the situation was difficult. His father Charles became an abusive man, both physically and emotionally. As if that were not enough, his younger sister was diagnosed with leukemia, which led Susan to make the decision to leave with her children and file for divorce. The fights with her ex-husband did not stop, and the 2008 financial crisis made the family's situation even worse. In the middle of all that chaos, Jimmy found an escape in YouTube. One day, he recorded his screen while gaming and uploaded the video almost without thinking. It got 20,000 views. In that moment, he fell in love with the platform. When he discovered it was possible to make money as a content creator, he started taking it very seriously. His best friend Chris Tyson was there from the very beginning, even becoming his first subscriber. His early videos were bad. He has admitted that himself. He had a terrible quality camera, an old computer that constantly shut down, and he filmed in secret from his mom because he had not told her what he was doing. When he was 15, doctors diagnosed him with Crohn's disease, a chronic illness that causes inflammation in the digestive tract. Jimmy lost a lot of weight, had no energy, and felt sick every day, but his obsession with growing on YouTube was so strong that he kept going regardless. He realized that if he wanted to grow, he needed to make content that was not only higher quality, but designed to go viral. One of his first successful videos was titled, "How Much Money Does PewDiePie Make?", which turned out to be a huge hit. Seeing that money was a topic that resonated with a lot of people, he turned it into a series of sorts. This made him realize that money was a subject that worked very well with the YouTube audience. With the money he started earning, he began investing in better equipment. Later, he uploaded a video where he sat in front of a camera and counted number by number all the way to 100,000. The recording took him 40 hours to complete. Just as Jimmy had predicted, the video received millions of views and his channel grew faster than ever before. 4 months after uploading it, he reached his goal of 1 million subscribers. Shortly after, he received his first opportunity to work with a brand that was offering him $5,000. Jimmy turned it down and asked for $10,000 instead, but he had a plan. He wanted to take that money, go out onto the street, and give it in cash to a homeless person, knowing it could be the most viral video of his career. He convinced the brand representative, told Chris about the idea, and together they went to a Walmart parking lot where they found the man. Jimmy simply told him he was filming a YouTube video and handed him the $10,000. The man was deeply moved. They interviewed him and took him out to eat. Jimmy says he had never felt more fulfilled as a person than in that moment. The video, just as he had predicted, went massively viral, and he recovered his investment many times over. Charity is theoretically understood as an act of generosity without expecting anything in return. However, when we examine it more closely, we find that completely selfless charity does not exist. Helping others always gives us some kind of reward, whether emotional, social, or even financial. Every action is driven by a motive, conscious or unconscious. MrBeast's case illustrates this clearly. When he gave $10,000 to a person living on the street, he felt enormous satisfaction. But on top of that, the video went viral and allowed him to make more money. Many praised him, but others criticized him for profiting from someone else's misfortune. Yet the reality is that truly selfless charity simply does not exist. If we accept that helping others always makes us feel good, then perhaps what matters is not the motive but the action itself. If someone donates money because it makes them happy, because they seek recognition, or even because it generates income, that does not cancel out the help. At the end of the day, the result is the same. Someone living on the street received $10,000 without being asked for anything in return. After finding success with that video, Jimmy replicated the formula with more people in more contexts. He gave thousands of dollars to people on the street, to Uber drivers, and to pizza delivery workers. He loved seeing the look of surprise and happiness on people's faces. One of the delivery workers came back the next day to thank him, telling him the money meant a great deal because it allowed him to take the rest of the day off and spend it with his son. Over time, his ideas became increasingly ambitious. He added more friends to the team, and they began meticulously analyzing the titles, thumbnails, camera angles, and cuts per minute of the most popular channels on YouTube, essentially becoming data analysts trying to crack the algorithm. He launched videos like one where they delivered 100 pizzas to random houses, another where they handed out cash from an ice cream truck, and many others with very carefully crafted thumbnails and titles designed to go viral. It was at this point that a new line of content emerged: challenges and competitions. These videos all had something in common. They all involved some kind of contest tied to a very expensive prize. For example, in one he offered $1,000 in exchange for eating a ghost pepper, one of the hottest chiles in the world. In another, the last person to remove their hand from a Lamborghini got to keep it. In another, 100 contestants had to stay inside a red circle, and the last one to leave won. These challenges lasted entire days with sleepless nights and long hours, standing still or in uncomfortable positions, all for the chance to win a prize that could change their lives. While some contestants participated just for fun, many others were in difficult financial situations, willing to sacrifice their sleep and health for the money. This is where the difference from traditional game shows becomes clear. His challenges often require no intellectual or physical skill, just the ability to endure exhaustion and suffering. The animation we mentioned at the start is a sharp critique of exactly this. The way MrBeast turns human desperation and need into entertainment is exposed when his dynamics are pushed to their logical extreme. The animation raises the question of how far his content actually helps people and at what point it becomes an exploitation of their vulnerability. In his videos, participants often do not compete based on talent or effort, but on their capacity to endure suffering, and that suffering, which people are willing to tolerate out of necessity, is what becomes part of a massive spectacle. Human need as a simple resource for generating views. This is why many people have labeled MrBeast's content as poverty porn, a term coined by Colombian filmmakers in the 1970s to describe how poverty is commercialized for entertainment purposes, turning other people's hardship into a spectacle ready to be consumed without exploring the social or political causes that make those conditions of marginalization possible. When the series Squid Game came out, following the story of people with money problems who compete for a $1 million prize without knowing that losers are violently eliminated, Jimmy seemed to focus not on its anti-capitalist critique, but on how entertaining those competitions were. He created his own version with 456 participants, investing around $4 million. Unlike the series, eliminated contestants received at least $2,000 as a consolation prize, and the tone was not aimed at social commentary, just entertainment. It was a massive success, though critics pointed out that MrBeast failed to acknowledge the show's anti-capitalist message and instead created a video that turns the nightmare of the series into reality. Years later, he took the concept to an even larger scale with a streaming program featuring 1,000 participants and a prize of $10 million, the largest in the history of any show. However, 5 participants sued the production company, accusing them of inhumane conditions during filming, contestants in extreme states of exhaustion, some hospitalized due to dangerous challenges. And now we return to the central question: is MrBeast's content poverty porn, and does he profit from other people's misfortune? Yes, his content does turn need into entertainment, but unlike those who simply exploit others' suffering for views, he appears to genuinely impact lives. His model has found a way to make charity profitable and has shown that helping people can be a sustainable business. He has managed to take money from large corporations that advertise on YouTube and channel it directly to the people who appear in his videos. He has created thousands of jobs and brought philanthropy to a new scale. I also find it ironic that figures like him are criticized for making entertainment while giving away millions of dollars, when we do not see the same outrage directed at companies whose products literally poison people and profit from it. Personally, I find it far more preferable that someone profits while helping people than someone who profits while harming them. As for whether what MrBeast does is or is not charity, the answer is more complex than it appears. His company seeks to make money like any business, but reducing everything to a simple, he does it for the money, ignores something fundamental. Perhaps more important than the money is how your work impacts the world. In the end, what truly endures is how we do our work and what we leave in others through it. Not all of us have the resources to give away millions of dollars, but all of us have the ability to do our work with the intention of creating something good. What MrBeast has done is not just find a way to make charity profitable, it is also a reminder that work does not have to be only a source of income, but also an opportunity to do good, impact lives, and build something worth leaving behind.